What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Timothy Boston. Today is Sunday, December 17th, and it's a bummer. So I told you in last video that today I was supposed to do a photo shoot with my buddy Tucker. Unfortunately, he woke up fairly late, as well as I did, and by the time he was ready to do it, the sun was already setting. The place we want to go to is like 10 minutes away, and he just was like, well, we have a whole week off in like another week, so why don't we just wait till we have our week off? So I said okay. So we ended up not shooting today. However, I'm not going to leave you guys without a video. I'm really trying to get back in the swing of getting videos, like producing videos every couple days, because I don't want to get lazy and not do them for a week and then just start doing them once a week. I'd like to keep them up 2 or 3 times a week. So today I'm not going to do a full meal prep video. However, I'm going to show you my secrets when it comes to one of my favorite meal prep meals. So let's jump into that. So, what is this meal that I'm talking about? Well, it's very easy to make. It takes about 15-20 minutes to make the whole meal. And when I say whole meal, I mean all the servings. And it's going to be spaghetti. However, I do a little bit of a different twist to it to make it a healthier spaghetti. I call it lean spaghetti. First, I start with angel hair noodles. These are just Barilla angel hair noodles. I like these because they cook a lot faster than the thicker spaghetti noodles, and yeah, that's mainly why. Next, I stick with Barilla just with the sauce. It's not a low sodium sauce, but compared to some of the other brands, I found that for what I'm getting, it's lower in sodium, as well as fats, I think. Yeah, total fats. This only has 1 gram compared to, I think the other one I was looking at had like 4 or 5 grams per serving, which isn't a big deal. However, with this being a lean focused meal, I really don't want a lot of fats in it. And my main and secret ingredient for this spaghetti is ground turkey. Yep, that's right. I don't use ground beef because typically the leanest ground beef you can get is 93%. Sometimes if you go to like specialty stores, especially back in the States, you can find like 95, 96, but it's not very common, and if you do find it, it's way more expensive. So turkey, this is 99% lean. That means there's only 1% fat. So it's a very lean meat. It's also fairly cheap. I don't remember what the price was for it, but I'm fairly certain this only cost me like $3. Beef might have been a little bit cheaper, but for what you're getting, I'm okay with spending the extra $1. So let's get into making this meal. Alright, so first things first, we're going to start with the noodles. I just grab a medium to large saucepan, and I'm going to fill it up probably about halfway with water. Maybe a little less because I'm only trying to make like 3 meals for spaghetti, so I'm not going to need a whole lot of noodles. And I don't have a science to it. I don't weigh my noodles out. I don't measure the water out. I just kind of eyeball it. So there's no specific way to do this. Okay, so we got some steam going. I'm going to turn on the vent fan. So I make spaghetti almost every week. Yeah, pretty much every week. It's just an easy meal to make for meal prepping. So I know that 1 box of angel hair pasta is about 8 servings for me, 6 to 8, depending on how big the meals are. Since I'm only making 3, I'm going to try to take just under half of the box. I think that's pretty good. And this is another tip I like to do to keep from having a lot of messes when you're eating spaghetti. Since the noodles are so long, I do like to break them in half. So angel hair, super easy, breaks real quick. This is going to boil for a little bit. As soon as the water really starts boiling again, I'm going to turn it down to where it is still boiling, but it's not as hot. And angel hair cooks very fast, so you gotta watch it. Typically it only takes about 5 minutes for it to really fully cook. Also, one awesome trick is when you make spaghetti, take a little bit of salt, not a whole lot, just about like that much, maybe a little bit more if you're making more. I'm just gonna throw it out. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more than that. And you throw it in there and you mix it in with the water, and that just keeps the pasta from sticking together. And that way, you know, it's just easier to eat and just makes cooking easier. Alright, so these have been on here for about 4 minutes. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick one noodle out. Okay, those can probably stay in for like 1 more minute. And then as soon as these come out, I'm gonna throw it into the strainer. Let it cool down for probably about two or 3 minutes. And then I'm gonna run some warm water through it. Because I'm not eating it right away, I'm just gonna run warm water through it to get all the starches out. And then once they're cool, I will start putting them in my Tupperware. Alright, so the noodles are done now. I'm gonna take those off the heat. I'm just gonna strain them out, get all the hot water out of there. And I'm gonna let these sit here for, like I said, about 2 or 3 minutes while they cool down. That way I don't burn myself when I put my hands in it and rinse them out. We're gonna start working on the sauce while these cool down. I'm gonna use the same saucepan that we used for the noodles for the sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there. I am gonna use a little bit of Smart Balance original cooking oil or cooking spray, just so the turkey doesn't burn. I'm gonna set the heat to about 3/4, half to 3/4 heat. Turkey, I definitely want to make sure it gets fully cooked, but also don't want to make it super dry or burnt. And I didn't season this before I put it in the pan, but I have a garlic herb salt that I'm going to use. I'm not going to use a whole lot of it. Use about that much. Alright, so we got the turkey starting on the stove. Now I'm just going to run some warm water through the noodles just to rinse out all the starches and just cool down the noodles a little bit before I start to put them in the Tupperware. Cool, so these are going to be, they're 3 smaller meals. It's not a huge serving of spaghetti, but I typically eat 4 or 5 times a day, so I don't eat huge servings all at once. So in a container this big, I fill the bottom, but it's not real tall. I'll get some more volume when I put the sauce on there, but this is going to be for the 3 meals. Alright, so you can see the turkey is fully cooked now. It's kind of like a whitish, and it has a little bit of a pink tint, but that's okay. That's just the color of cooked turkey. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat down to number 3, which is about a quarter of the way on my stove, and I'm gonna add 3/4 of one of these jars of sauce. Due to the fact that this is for meal prep and not for immediate consumption, or as if you were to cook dinner with it, there's no real need to get the sauce really warm. It's just I like to keep it on the heat while I add the sauce and mix it in, and then as soon as pretty much everything's mixed, take it off the heat and go ahead and serve it up. And that is my special recipe for lean spaghetti. I hope you guys like this video. It's one of my secret recipes I use on a weekly basis for my weekly meals. I don't really track macros during my off season. At the moment I'm kind of in limbo because I have a PT test tomorrow, so I haven't been trying to bulk or cut. I've just been trying to get ready for my PT test. Coming in with the holiday season, we got a week before Christmas, 2 weeks before Christmas. I'm really not trying to do anything. It's kind of just like maintaining through the holiday into the start of my cut in January. I will get into that more in another video on my plans for 2018 and what exactly I'm doing. But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.
We'll be right back.